Teece.
I'm Paul Collins.
And you're watching Almost Tech Talk.
Almost Tech Talk.
Live from Macworld.
Almost live.
Almost live. We're in San Francisco. Hey, we could do this live. We could put
broadcaster and do it.
But the wireless is giving us a problem. We're inside Microsoft's Blogger Lounge, which is very nice that they set this up.
That's right. We have our own sort of living room, and there's a wall all around it. You see people on the outside, the non-bloggers walking by, and then the real bloggers.
It's very posh. When we thank Microsoft for supporting the blogging community.
They've done a great job of
what we want to do is tell you about fun and exciting things.
And cool stuff we saw.
And cool stuff. Now, one thing we didn't do yesterday because, one, we were dead tired from doing the keynote. But what's your feeling now? We've had 24 hours to sleep on it. What's your feeling on the MacBook Air?
My love for the MacBook Air has only grown.
Really?
Well, I actually didn't touch one yesterday. Today I touched one, and it was like it's like a metal envelope. You're just it's this thing, and it's perfect. It's the take-around computer.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's exquisite. It's light. It's but yet it doesn't feel fragile.
Right.
You know, I really liked that it was it felt sturdy enough that I am going to get one, but it's not going to cost me. It can't be my only machine.
I think it is a perfect if you use if you have more of a desktop and then you want a laptop to go in addition to your desktop. It is absolutely
and it's perfect for all the corporate people, all the road warriors, everybody that's basically been saying, I've been wanting a light laptop, and I've been having to get a Dell or a Sony little tiny guy, and that's what I use when I'm traveling because all those excuses go away. Still some challenges.
It's not super powered, HD video, not so much I expect.
But it's more powerful than the laptop I currently use as my road warrior machine, which is 6.3 pounds, and all of that. So it's awesome. I'm very excited about it. Good. Well, I feel the same way. My love for it has grown. This is the love show, I think. There's been a lot of love on here. Okay, so enough about that. We'll talk about other Apple stuff throughout the week. What we'd like to do, though, since we're here at Macworld, is kind of our own. What turned us on as we were walking around. We weren't together today. Paul went his way and I went my way, but we did get to go to Devo last night.
Yes. Are we not men?
It was awesome. Microsoft threw a cool party.
Yeah, that's right. Microsoft gave away a bunch of stuff. And it was good. Put on this
a lot of people. It was. But I have videos I'll have on the blog about that too, about Devo and all that. Well, one weird, quirky thing about Apple, if you're paying attention, is they stopped me from filming, and I wasn't filming continuously during the podcast.
The Steve Jobs keynote.
Yeah, I like how you said the Steve note. Which should just rename it, the Steve note.
Right.
But you've empowered us with technology to do podcasting with video and everything else. Let me capture video moments. I wasn't filming continuously. I did, and they stopped me, and I felt I don't know, bad that I had to be
and we were talking about this, and it's that it's the public. The public are now the reporters, and the public, the people that create the buzz and provide the thing.
And you've empowered us with the technology to do that, so let me do that. You had to change the rules all the way back at the beginning. Because when we went to Devo, they didn't take away my camera. I got highlights of certain songs. I did not film the entire concert. I just did highlights as they started singing.
Right.
And
you should have seen how many. It was iPhone pictures all the way through.
You got to talk to your people and tell them to stop harassing us bloggers. We just want to do it.
I'm sure Steve will watch this and
he totally watches it.
Okay, yeah.
He has his people watching it.
Well, right. Okay. Phil Schiller watches it.
Well, Phil Schiller wasn't in the keynote.
That's true. Well, they texted him.
But he didn't even text back. That's bad protocol. When Steve texts you, you better text back, Phil.
Right. He didn't want to hear from you. Okay, what do you got? What's new?
Well, last year I got into the Elgato thing with this iTV, and I learned about it from Alan, who wasn't here, but got me excited because he uses the iTV there. Yep. And I went to their booth, and I've been looking for, let's see if I can do this, the H.264 hardware-based encoder, because it takes so long to encode video. And they have one. You plug it in your USB port, and I talked to them, and they said it actually will make my old Mac and your old Mac very fast at video encoding.
Wow.
Like tenfold.
And so you can have like a file and it'll
If you refuse to go to Intel, this thing rocks. Now, if you're on Intel, the processor speed, the encoding engine is so fast that you don't need it.
Okay. Okay.
But
so
if you're on a G4,
right,
it rocks. So I'm very excited about it. I think it's under $70. You know, like $69.99 kind of deal.
You know, I don't have the info for it, but yesterday I also saw another box, a Mac recorder or something like that.
Yeah.
A box about this big. It was designed just for dubbing your VHSs and encoding them.
Analog.
And it takes analog in and does H.264 on the fly. So that was another. It was like 99.
99 bucks. That's right. And
that was another option.
It is it's a great option. And if you have a lot of analog, you need to convert it, because the biggest time sink for me is when I'm doing video, like taking this. Now, one cool thing about in the Microsoft booth, they have all these iMacs up here, and all the earlier videos that you've been watching, I put those on the iMacs over there, loaded iMovie 08 for the first time, because I haven't been able to, because it's on Intel.
Oh, right.
And I had to teach myself how to do it, and it really is faster.
I think it's good.
It's amazingly fast on editing.
Right. Yeah. It's very different from the old iMovie.
Incredibly different.
But on the other hand, it's also pretty intuitive, and it's got some really nice interface features. So you iMovie 6 people, give it a chance. Take a look at it.
Go for it. Okay. What'd you have?
Okay. Speaking of blasts from the past, I went to these guys, Tile Stack, and which is.
What?
Yeah,
HyperCard?
Tile Stack. It's HyperCard as web pages. It literally imports old HyperCard stacks and puts them on the web, and you click, and it works. It has HyperTalk and everything built into it. It's done in Ajax.
I'm going to check that out. Where's that at?
They're right over there. They're one of the little ones. Now behind the Apple booth is this row of little developers.
Size doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, size doesn't matter. File size doesn't matter either, but that's another story. And so I went to these guys, Tile Stack, and they were very nice. They were from out of Dallas, and nice guys.
Cool.
And
I'll check it out. Hey, speaking of file size doesn't matter, you launched your software today.
I did. Thank you. Yes.
That's exciting. And here's how I learned about it. I got for first times, I got an RSS update, and it said new software announced at Macworld from Earth Times.
That's very cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
I was proud of you. I forwarded it and said, "Look at dude.
Yeah,
you're famous."
That was good. So I went out to I sent out the information to the media and the world, and we'll see what happens.
And you brilliantly sent it out the day after the keynote and everything else. So
I thought it would be
there's a suction.
Get away a little bit from the big blast of things yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're very excited, and anywhere I've talked to has looked about, which I've mentioned. It's called Gracion, Gracion, enclose. Okay, there's my plug, and just Google Gracion.
Because size doesn't matter. Files
doesn't matter. Get those big files sent. Like if we needed to send this to somebody before we blogged it, which we don't, we can just blog it. But if we needed to send just a private file to somebody, get it over there.
Get it over.
No problem. Okay, what else we got?
Well, one thing that I learned about was I love my iPhone, right?
Yes.
But my car is old.
Yeah.
I got like an 8-year-old car, Lexus, and Kensington has this device. It clips onto your steering wheel, and it makes you feel like you got a new modern car. And then it'll talk via Bluetooth to your smartphone, but not to an iPhone.
What?
iPhone does not support some kind of Bluetooth standard, and I'll learn more about it and talk about it later. In this version, the next iPhone is going to have a GPS built into it, be able to do video, and be able to have this Bluetooth stuff.
Oh, you heard it here first.
You heard it, yeah. But it won't be out until June, and it gives me time to save up money and so I can get a new one.
Okay.
But here's the thing: they have for iPods and iPhones, other devices. It stays on your steering wheel, and you can control your iPod for listening to music using this wireless device on your steering wheel.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Safer driving for us techno geeks.
That's good.
Kensington.
Keep your hands on the wheel. That's a good thing.
And I didn't go to the booth because of that woman that's just laying there.
All right. That had nothing to do with it.
Nothing
So hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
Actually.